Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't, man. Can you hear that in the background? Is it as bad as what OBS is showing me? Not the music, but the bullshit that the mic's apparently picking up because all of a sudden the noise canceling has stopped working on it, like everything else in my fucking life currently. Oh, frustrated's not even a word for it, buddy. Not even the fucking word for it. It just keeps getting worse. But are you hearing that? Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't know what the fucking deal is. Why this mic suddenly decided it wanted to change fucking settings, and all of the noise canceling that I programmed into it is gone, and I can't fucking figure out what I had it set to because it took me like a week to set it to start with. And it's picking up the fan, and there's no turning the fucking fan off because, yay, my AC died in spring in southern Louisiana. Excited. Hey, hey, welcome in, Raiders. How are you all this evening? Reaper, thank you, sir. Becker, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. How are we this evening? How is everybody? Always watching. So what? So how far are you gonna go? Or are you just gonna keep going? You ever gonna stop? I feel that in my soul, Dave. I feel that in my soul. We're gonna do something a little different tonight. Um, I've got most of the patches that I wanted done like day one, and I can't stare at any more lines of code shit. I need a break. So we're gonna mess around with one of the other mods I've been working with. It's a little more in the 3D space, not a bunch, but it's a little more in the 3D space. So we're gonna mess with that. I was gonna play tonight, but hey, does anybody happen to know? Can anybody remember right off the rip who made Mission Control? Because apparently they fucking deleted it, and I'd like to know who it was because my memory's shit, so I can't remember who wrote it, like who published it, so I can absolutely go lose my fucking mind. Oh, it'll slow you down, especially you start messing around in those difficulty settings. Briar, it's just going to show mission control. I noticed it in your load order today. It just says mission control ESM, so it doesn't have any information attached to it. And sure shit couldn't find it on creations, and I thought it was on a Reddit. But yeah, it I couldn't find it anywhere on creations, on the website or through the game. So, and when it shows that as a .esm Nexus, huh? I'm not going to get it off of Nexus. That's who I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. That sounds about fucking right, honestly. Good fucking riddance. That's fine. That's absolute bullshit. As a mod author, that is absolute bullshit. No, fuck Nexus. That place is a dumpster fire and I hate it. I post there because I got some really good friends that have asked me repeatedly, you know, for my patches and stuff to be posted there. I'm telling you, I can't tell you the amount of joy that I have when I do a paid creation patch and I don't have to put it on Nexus. Like, it excites me. But I won't support somebody that can't support everybody that's in this community together, so good riddance. I'll nuke everything that's theirs out of my load order and just call it done. You know, and it just... Yeah, unless you're like me and turn that shit off. I got tired of the absolute stupidity that I got bombarded with on Nexus. Like, bro, how you gonna ask me what my mod does? There's a description page that I felt was real thorough. I'm not gonna hold your hand. So, yeah, that's cool. She can, you know, she can do her own thing, but I won't support her anymore. I won't. Not at all. I'm sorry, but Creations is your platform. That is the platform. PC players do not support this game. They don't make up the player base of this game, and they need to stop thinking that they do. Well, I mean, while I appreciate that sentiment, Briar, you know, that you would reach out and thank somebody, I never, at one or two posts maybe, but most of it was absolute bullshit. And people will say whatever the hell that they feel like they can get away with, and they know they can get away with it because they're not face to face on there, no matter what, you know, even if it's unfounded. They straight for the jugular for no reason whatsoever. I had somebody get pissed off at me because I asked them to cover the cost of a paid mod that I had no interest in patching, but they wouldn't leave me alone about it. And they flew off the handle. Like, brah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'll pass. I don't need that bullshit. I'm doing this shit for free. But yeah, I that's what I kind of figured, that it had been removed. That's just mind blowing. That you would absolutely just delete it like that. I let it continue until it's broken, right? So then people have no. But I mean, to just like that can break shit hardcore. I mean, that put countless fucking people's saves at risk because of what, a temper tantrum. Come on, man. No, Briar, it's fine. I mean, I understand. I mean, we all have our own opinions, and I don't hold it against anybody that runs Nexus or uses a mod loader or any of that. I don't use any of that. You know, and I'm fine with that. Everybody's got their reasons. I just, you know, haven't had the best of experiences on Nexus, and I just prefer to stay away from it. But, you know, like I said, the one thing that I don't and will never understand, condone is the way these mod authors act towards the largest part of this community. I mean, we're all in this together, and they need to remember that. We want this game to last. You need to make sure that everybody wants to keep playing it. And they're an excellent mod author. Know what they're doing. Make some really awesome mods. But I'm done. That's enough for me to never download another one that's got their name on it again. Well, yeah, I could see where you'd pick up on that. I'm extremely agitated tonight. I'm not in the best of moods, so. Oh, no, sir. I will respectfully decline on that one. And it's not that I don't love your magazine, and you just don't need to be putting what I say out there into the world, sir. This is bad enough. There's been enough people find me here. I appreciate it, Dave. I do. I really do. I understand. Like I said, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not in the best of moods. I'm kind of in a ranty, fucking ragey mood currently. Yeah. My AC decided to stop working amongst many other things today, and it's springtime in southern Louisiana, so it's not gonna be a good time for me. Because sure as hell can't afford to replace that on like no income. So everybody's got their struggles. Yeah. Did Bolter ever get with you, Dave? Like, did that work out? I know he's extremely creative. I just know that he's also a very busy person. But I was hoping that you all would be able to get linked up and maybe do something together. You could probably poke at Wicked again. He's in the hype mode right now, trying to get the word out there for his stuff. Damn it, man. I tried. I'm sorry. Alright, so let me figure out where I was at last on this. I think I am building snap templates for the Nova. I think that's where I'm at here. Do I have I bet I got markers off. Let's see. No, not what I wanted. I want to edit render window. Oh, okay, cool. No, I don't want to add keywords. There we go. Now they'll show up. It's funny you have to go to a different window to get you. Wait, what the hell happened there? Okay, they just started twitching. Alright. Alright. And I should have them already made. Let's double check. Movable statics. Yep, that's what we want. Well, there you go. Okay, so we what we got? What we got? What we got? How many of these fuckers we got? Okay, we got 2 of those. Alright, so let's go 4. It's gonna be -4, -6. Are you gonna be -7 or -8? Probably -7. No. Okay. 90. 180. So the movements in this window are absolute garbage, just so you all know. They are not fucking, they're not pleasant. There's no real way to there's supposed to be more control, but for whatever reason mine doesn't seem to want to do it, so I haven't pushed the issue. I just make it work. Just make it work. So let's go with top. No, you are not supposed to be a plug. You are supposed to be a... I'm sorry, I'm probably too far away from the mic for you all to really even hear what I'm saying. That's my bad. Hopefully that's better. Top. Hello? Ship snap. Ship top. Oh, one. Okay. Okay. Did I want the 4? No, I did not. I wanted half. is not fucking center, is it? What the hell? What the hell? It's still not quite right. It's still a little janky. 2, 5, 2, 8. That's so weird. So weird. Okay, so it's the ass end of the ship. This is going to be the port side, so I need to flippy floppy. The starboard needs to go to the negative side. And the port side needs to come to the positive side. If I even use them, I'm still up in the air about it because I don't know where the hell. Like if I go with the 4, it's going to put it over the window, which I mean I don't think would be too bad. I get to play on how tight in it needs to be. So it's -4, I mean it's at 4, so we can go 3.5. 3.0. Narrow ass bay. 2.75. No, I said no. 2.75. Yeah, very good. So what we're looking for is you can see it's got the cross inside this outer edge. You want it to just be the dot. Right, so that's how you know it's mounted flush. Hell yeah. -4. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. I mean, so it leaves the option to leave the window open if you don't want to mount anything there, but we'll cover it with an entire ass equipment plate if you put one there. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright, so, yeah. That's 4, it's port. What the hell is that thing going on about? Good lord, it's writing a whole fucking book. What is it doing? Oh, it just repeated itself. I wonder what that's about. Yeah, I see that. I wonder what that's all about. It's not normal. So we'll just calf it up to, you know, -4. -4. You're going to be what? 270. And it needs to be how close? 2.75. Minus 2.75. Yep, we like it. Yep, both our equipments are facing 4. That still doesn't look quite right. But you know what? That's where it's staying, so. Okay. All right. Very good. So now that we have that, we go into this. Edit runner window. Ooh, lucky. Is that right? Is that right? Pitch looks offset. I don't think it's right. It is offset. You fucker. Trying to find a spot where there's not a fucking marker to grab a hold of this thing. Okay. So if you hold control, you can unselect certain items. And now we're gonna try this again. Okay, so now it's, because what I was wanting to do is keep it on a 0, 0 coordinate, right? You want the pack end to be a 0, 0 coordinate. So now we're going to grab the origin and rotate it around so it matches up. So now this is the ship indicator, right? So that the landing bay is now aft. This is your ship marker, right? So forward, back, and that's now aft. So we need to find our Which this all can go away. Don't want the garbage. We want our new stuff to look new, right? So, I mean, you can go in and turn individual things off, but because I need to make sure that I swing it all so it stays within the confines of what it's supposed to be, I have to leave it on. But, like, if I'm going to go in here and do work and stuff, I'll turn it all off. You know, because I can turn individual things off. So, you know, actors, decals, terrain, water lengths, markers. Markers is the big one, right? So, if we come over and we blow markers out, we've got all these different markers that can be turned on and off. Like I can turn the space grid off. You know, I turn it all off. I chisel it down to pretty much nothing. So now we need to find... We are looking for a snap template. Well, this is one we want right here. So we'll delete that. Yes. This top plug is going to have to be rotated, so we have to find it. So here's our plug. Come over here. Rotate it. Was that really attached? Was the snap template really attached to the... Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Okay. 10-4. Well, that'll work. Alright, so now we want to bring in our made stuff. Right? So... we want to bring in our bay. Which all it is a duplicate. So... MSTT is movable static. Bam. Alright. So we drop it in. And then we've got movable static snap template. Which is an invisible snap template with the snap template bound to it. See? And now we can come over here to the properties, bring our menu out, because I don't know what it picks and chooses what width this is going to be. And in theory, we should be able to go to a 0, 0. And ta-da! We slid our non-snap templated exterior. Sure did. Okay, now we need to do the same for our snap template. 0. 0. But now we need to rotate it. Bam. And there we go. We've now created a aft-facing Nova, which I think there was one already, wasn't there? But this one's got all my custom stuff on the inside. It's just, you know, it's better when you're doing these kind of things to not rely on the vanilla stuff, so... Yep. So... Alright. 4 is that direction. Port, yep. Starboard. Yep. Awesome. Alright, so that's... let's double check, make sure we got... aft. Packing over, aft, aft. Okay, so we need to do our aft interior. Alright, so edit render window. So basically we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to grab it all. We're going to find a good pivot, which is going to be this X marker. Unselect the X marker, reselect the X marker. Then we're going to grab our right mouse button, hold, and move, and that will rotate everything. And now she's done. This is the stuff for Vasco. That's what that boils down to being. It's the stuff for Vasco. See, look, this is called Robot Collision. And then Robot Furniture. Right? So, 2 pieces. Right, right, because that was 4. Yeah. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six. 507. Oh, that's Deimos, dumbass. But I haven't made a form list for it yet, have I? Sure ain't. So, we're going to leave that alone for now. Okay, rename. Okay, rename. Okay. Has it got all of these done? Yep, sure did. Let's just make this a little easier to look at. This should be 2508. 2508. 509. 510. So the priority number is what controls your part placement in the category. Right? So the priority number in your craftable object is your, if this is, an example of your, this is an example of your list and your categories, right? The priority number in the craftable object is what sets top to bottom. That's where it will fall in its order. If you go to your global form, this has a ship module variant. And this is what sets your right to left. Your flips. So, that's how your menu directions, that's how you sort it out. That's how you get it where you want it. Now, if they share, if the craftable objects, you have some shared priority numbers, and it's ridiculous. I mean, you can go out to 4 digits. You can make it pretty much anything you want, right? But if you happen to have 2 mod authors that pick the same number slots, last one loaded wins. So I do have a global form set for these, or no, form lists. Okay, yeah. This is the aft. I need the 4. It happens a lot more than what you'd imagine. Lots more than what you'd imagine. Doc, Vanguard Voyager. He's got a couple subreddits. He actually has one for outposting stuffs because it got to be such a common occurrence. I guess he reached out to pretty much all mod authors that had anything that added to the outpost builder categories, and directed them to that subreddit in hopes that they would go in there and claim a section. And a bunch of them did. Not all of them, but a bunch of them did. That way it would help keep from the overlap. But yeah, it happens a lot more than what you'd imagine. It's crazy. Yeah. Honestly, when it comes to the outpost builder thing, I think you're just better off because, from what I understand, which I haven't dug enough into it, there are no restrictions, right? So anything can come from anywhere. Right? Just if it's a category, as long as it's all coded right, it'll work. Doesn't matter what tab it comes out of. The shipbuilder is a different animal. Like, bays have to come out of the bays tab. Cockpits have to come out of the cockpits tab. Reactors, same way. Now, you can add supplementals to other categories, and they will work. But you won't get a nominal rating if you don't have at least one of each for certain ship parts out of those categories. Like a shield doesn't have to come out of the shield category because it only gives a warning because Bethesda said, well, you can fly a ship without a shield, that's on you. Right? But, Landing gear doesn't matter. It can come from pretty much anywhere, I think. So you can have your own category there. But then you run into the problem of that's what I ran into with my STEM habs. If people are running shipbuilder categories and you add your own category to the shipbuilder menu, and somebody's running something like that, they overwrite one another and causes a whole bunch of headaches. I've learned how to do that a little differently now, but to get your own category is still kind of a pain in the ass. So, yeah, you can add to that category, but let's be honest. Like, I mean, my STEM habs, if they're not in their own category, you add that to the tail end of a vanilla habs category, the thing would be 4 miles long. Oh yeah, I've done it plenty. So this is where you add your stats that you want it to have. Here's the big one for mine, the lander rating. Because the point of these bays is to float the ship. And I'll do heights. Eventually, I want to get all of them done first, and then got to figure out some scripting for the mannequins and the weapon racks that are in the bay. Ship bays are kind of a different animal as far as what they are and how they work. They behave like a ship part, somewhat. They are technically part of the exterior cell, right? So they render with the exterior. Both its interior and exterior renders with the exterior cell. The ship interior actually doesn't render until you enter it. That's the reason why the cockpits force a door. If you look into the cockpit of the ship, the door's closed. And that's because everything behind it is hollow now. Minus the exterior. What's going on, man? How you doing? What was that? What happened there? Oh no. Yeah, I know, right? Hit it again. See what it does.